Okay, so here we're going to do a system of equations. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is I notice we have all these fractions, and I don't like fractions, so I'm going to get rid of the fractions. And the way to get rid of fractions is you want to multiply by a number that will, basically a common denominator, a number that will eliminate all the fractions. So if I notice here I'm dividing by 10, dividing by 2, and dividing by 5. Well, all those numbers, if I multiply this by 10, look what's going to happen. So this first one, 10 divided by 10 is 1 times negative 1. That would become negative 1x. 10 divided by 2 is 5. 5 times 1 is positive 5y. And then this last one's a little tricky. 10 divided by 5 is 2. And then 2 times 4 is 8. So if I multiply that top equation by 10, that'll get rid of all those fractions. Now the bottom one, you see we got 7, 3, and 21. Well, a number that will get rid of all those is 21. So I'm going to multiply each of those by 21. So while 21 divided by 7 is 3, 3 times 1 is positive 3x. 21 divided by 3 is 7. 7 times 1 is 7y. And then 21 divided by 21 is 1 times negative 2 is negative 2. All right, now this system of equations looks a lot simpler to deal with. And so here what we want to do is eliminate these. So typically what we do is we multiply by the bottom one up here, so that I'll multiply this by 3, and then I'll multiply by the opposite of the top, which is positive 1. Okay, so if I multiply that top equation by 3, that'll make negative 3x. 3 times 5 is positive 15y, and 3 times 8 is positive 24. Now on the bottom, if I multiply all those by a positive 1, that'll make a positive 3x, a positive 7y, and a negative 2. Okay, so now if we add these up, look what happens. So if you see, these are going to cancel out, because negative 3 and 3 cancel out. Well, 15 and 7 make 22y is equal to 24 minus 2, which is 22. So if you divide both sides by 22, you'll end up getting that y is equal to 1. So that is going to be our y value. Well, once you figure out what the y value is, you can take this number and plug it back in for one of your y's. So I'll plug it in right there. So this comes out to be negative 1x plus 5 times 1 is equal to 8. So that's negative 1x plus 5 is equal to 8. If you subtract 5 from both sides, you'll get negative 1x is equal to positive 3. And then if you divide both sides by negative 1, you'll get that x is equal to negative 3. So my other value is negative 3. So although this system of equations looks confusing because it has all these fractions, it's really the same thing as what we've done earlier. So it comes out to be negative 3 comma 1 would be